Welcome to the video today, guys. We are going to be doing a very quick 10-minute declutter of my makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup these days, but I still have some things that I think I'd like to part with. So I'm going to get everything laid out here on the counter, talk about what I've got and what I'm getting rid of. Let's get started.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky when you took my hand and said, let's leave now.
Okay, so starting here, we have all of my brushes and all of my makeup. I'm going to actually start with just the makeup itself, going through bit by bit. So I have mascara, lipstick, eyeshadow, concealer, kind of the basics. I'm actually missing foundation right now because the BB cream I was formerly using doesn't work for me in the climate that I now live in. So I haven't found a replacement for a foundation that I like, so for now I've just been using concealer and a tinted sunscreen, which isn't going to be featured here because I love my tinted sunscreen. So let's get everything organized here and we will get started. So getting started, we have my concealer, which is fine, and it's my only concealer or face product really, so I'm going to be keeping it. I think I will replace it with a better quality item in the future. This is the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer, and it sucks, but I'm gonna try and use it up. Here's the e.l.f. Poreless Primer, which is another item that I don't think I'll repurchase, but I am gonna try and use up. And this is my Supergoop Thumbs Up Powder Sunscreen, my favorite item in my collection. It's not only SPF, but it is makeup, so it's really a nice finish to the skin. So those are the three keeps. Going into my one and only blush. I used to have a liquid blush, and then I switched to powder, and I do think I prefer powder blush, and that's from Burt's Bees. This is my eyebrow mascara, eyebrow gel, and it's the only eyebrow gel I have ever purchased. I just keep repeating it. And in addition to that is my eyebrow powder that I got from the European Wax Center, and I'm gonna use that up and then maybe repurchase. It's a good product, but it's kind of an extra step that I don't always feel like I want to do, and I bought it for my wedding, so I'm just sort of using it up. Okay, next we have a Buxom lip gloss, something that I formerly loved, but I think I'm kind of over lip glosses. I'm much more of a chapstick and or lip oil person, so I think I'm actually going to part ways with this one. Even though it's expensive and even though it's pretty, I'm not into it anymore, to be honest with you. Another lip product, this is one that I tried because it's supposed to be like the Clinique Black Honey, and I would say the color is pretty much the same and the formula is really nice and creamy, but I think for my skin tone it's just not the most flattering, so I'm going to part ways with that. Next on the chopping block, I have my Burt's Bees chapstick, which I love. It gives just the right amount of color. I don't know if this swatch is going to show up, but it shows up pretty nicely on my lips. It's just like a simple, basic, your lips but better. And it's not as finicky as lipstick and lip gloss tend to be, so so much for the swatch, but I'm going to keep that. Chapstick I got at Trader Joe's. I do love chapstick. I don't use it all the time because I don't need it all the time, but it's a nice thing to have, so keep. And then this lip gloss I actually am going to keep. It's from Sephora, and I do think that the color is better on me than that Buxom one, and it's also much closer to being used up. It doesn't look like it here, but I would say in another 2 to 3 weeks I could probably use this up, so I am going to keep it and use it up and then not repurchase because I'm not a big lip gloss person anymore. Wiped off those swatches, and now we are rolling into an eyeliner that I got from e.l.f. I was experimenting with eyeliner, and I'm not sure if I'm done with that experiment, so that's a maybe. My one and only red lipstick that I love, and will definitely be keeping from Bite Beauty with the matching lip liner from, I think, e.l.f. Now we're into eye products. I have my two mascaras. I use two mascaras. It's kind of the most high maintenance thing in my makeup routine. I've done that since high school, and I love both of these, so they're both being kept. Next, rolling into eyeshadows. I have 3 creams and 1 powder palette. I really enjoy this powder palette, and I'm pretty sure this is what I used when I was on my wedding day. And that darkest shade there is pretty similar to the eyeliner, so I am going to part ways with that eyeliner and keep these eyeshadows that I really do enjoy using. And then I use these cream shadow sticks for like my everyday looks. They're just quick and easy, sort of 1 to 2 shadows, blend and go. Those are my two regular, and then this one I will use up, but I won't repurchase. The color's not the most flattering on me, but it's a good product, so I'm gonna keep it and use it up. So next we're gonna roll into brushes. So these are all my brushes. It feels both like too many brushes and also the right amount of brushes. So I'm not sure how many I'm gonna be getting rid of here, but we shall see. I have my beauty sponge from e.l.f. that I love, so I know I'm going to keep that one, putting that to the left there. This is my blush brush, which I also love, totally going to keep. This is a foundation brush that I use for applying primer, and I don't think I need it. I feel like I can do that with my fingers pretty effectively, so it's not super necessary. Now we're going to separate face and eye. So for eye brushes, we're going to start here with my eyebrow brush with a spoolie, definite keep. This blending brush I use specifically for these cream eyeshadow products, so that one's a definite keep. And then the rest of these eye brushes I use when I'm using my palette, and it might seem a bit excessive, but I have used all of these brushes for different regions of my eye, whether it's blending, inner corner, outer corner, whatever it may be. I've definitely used all of them recently, like the last time I used this palette, so I am going to be keeping all of them, even though it does feel perhaps a little excessive. And these are all very similar. You can see that I kind of have a type of brush that I prefer to use, and it just works for my whole eye and all of my needs. And then for face products or face brushes, this is a foundation brush. I typically use a sponge, but I am going to keep this foundation brush because I might opt for a powder foundation going forward. So keep. And this is for bronzer, which I don't own currently, but sometimes I like to use in the summer, so I'm going to keep that for now, and then if I go a summer without bronzer, I will part ways with it because it is not a need in my life anymore beyond that. Next we have my perfumes, a very small collection, but eventually I'll probably have one full-size bottle. This is the Nest Indigo, which is currently my favorite perfume, but I haven't tried very many perfumes in my life. It's a very unique scent and I like it a lot, so that's a definite keep. I also have a different Nest perfume, which is the Nest Poppy, second runner up to that Indigo, definite keep. This is a different Nest perfume. I got a gift set a while back, and this one you can see it's not clear anymore. It's sort of yellowy, and I feel like it's gone off. I can't explain exactly how, because the smell is fine, but I have been breaking out where I've been applying that perfume, so gone it goes. Garbage for sure. And then this is the Lola by Marc Jacobs, a discontinued perfume that I am definitely going to keep. I wore it on my wedding day and on my first date with my husband. Okay, so this is everything that I'm going to be getting rid of. It's not too much, but I feel good about it because I don't have a very huge collection as is. All of these things are going to be either donated or thrown out appropriately so. So yeah, just a couple of lip products, one eyeliner, a brush, and a kind of janky perfume. Thanks so much for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!